$70, not bad.
Welcome, everyone, to the Brain Leak podcast. If
What
you're
up,
not
leakers? Shout
not
out.
watching the video version, Sean just did a peak flow. It was pretty sick.
Peak flow. Peak flow gang. Yo, any of my asthmatics out here, rise up. Any asthmatics out here, rise up, but don't go too quick.
And same goes for anybody who has an iron deficiency. Don't stand up too quick. You're passed out.
Anemics, rise up, but at a moderate pace.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever lose your vision?
Yeah.
If you stand up too quick?
Evelyn and I were walking yesterday, and talk about it in a second, I got a new camera. But I was like taking a picture, and we were like crouched down, taking a macro shot of a flower. And then we both stood up, and it was like, cool. Hold on.
Hold on, I can't see.
Yeah, like, tunnel vision. Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Do you... Because a lot of people get like weird like spots in their eyes, but sometimes, and it hasn't happened in a while, but sometimes I will go completely blind for maybe 10 or 15 seconds.
Them retinas be gone.
I'll go completely blind for 10 or 15 minutes, maybe an hour.
45 minutes up to an hour, just standing in the middle of the street like, hold on.
It's like me anytime I stream and I'm fixing an audio issue, just hold on, wait for it, hold on, wait, please hold. Hold on, please hold.
Yeah, I'm aware of how you work.
Hold on. Yes, you are. Hold on, just wait a second. You got a new camera?
I did.
What'd
I
you
wanted to get the Fujifilm X100V because it's like the digital film camera, even though that doesn't really mean anything. Yeah. I wanted to get that, and I ordered it, and they're like, it's coming back in stock soon. And then it never did, and they canceled my order. So I went with the Ricoh GR3X, which is like...
I don't even know what that is. Ricoh?
Yeah. RICOH.
Who's Ricoh?
I don't know. He's a friend of mine.
It's just some friend of mine.
But it was like the other one where it's like, it's a smaller point-and-shoot film digital camera. So I've been trying it out, getting used to it. I like how small it is. You put it in your pocket, and then it's just, whoop-bam!
Ricoh camera. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? The
GR3X.
GR. Ricoh.
You'll find it.
GR3X. I forgot how letters work. Don't worry. Did you get the diary edition? They have a diary edition.
I did not. I don't want to journal with my camera.
Do they give you a journal with it?
No.
Is that what the diary edition is? It could be.
Probably.
It's brown. It's more like the diarrhea edition.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
We are so fucking back.
Oh, we are so back. Dude, it's like we never even went anywhere. That's how back we are.
That's how back we is. That's a cool little guy.
I walked to the dentist today, and I was like, I'll take some pictures on the way. People on Instagram got to see them. It's on a story. Shout out.
Nice. Put them on Threads?
Fuck no. I guess we can talk about Threads.
Yeah. Came out of nowhere.
Came fucking nowhere. RKO. I like it. I think it's fun.
I think it's fine. If you're not familiar with Threads, Threads is basically Twitter owned by Instagram. Instagram was like, hey, here, have this.
It's Twitter owned by not a petulant child.
Yeah. Did you see all of the discourse going on between Elon and Zuck?
I did.
Which was mostly just Elon being like...
Yelling into a fucking tunnel.
Elon Musk actually tweeted, I propose a legitimate actual dick measuring contest.
Yeah. And then I saw another one where it was like Mark officially responded and he said, grabbing my microscope or something like that. And I was like... Part of this is funny, but it's also like, you guys are billionaires.
You guys own some of the biggest companies in the world. What are you doing right now?
You could legitimately just buy people if you wanted to.
I think that they might do a cage match.
I hope so. If
I
anything,
hope so.
it's just let the rich eat themselves. Let them fight it out. Let them duke it out in the ring. Like, throw Bear in there.
Yeah, they should. Joe Rogan would love it.
Yeah, he'll probably commentate over it.
He legitimately probably will. Him and Dana White.
Isn't Mark Zuckerberg like a jiu-jitsu or karate or something kind of guy?
I think so. I saw him doing some jiu-jitsu or something. Yeah, I think it was jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
BJJ.
BJJ. Blowjob Johnson. That's what they call me.
Blowjob Johnson. Oh, man. He gives Nancy Reagan a run for her money.
So that was the thing I saw on Threads today. Somebody just posted "My throat hurts" and someone reposted it with Nancy Reagan ... I
saw a different thing, not on Threads. It was somewhere else. It was just a bird swallowing a fish whole, and someone just captioned it, all caps, Nancy Reagan. So funny.
Yeah.
Threads is fine. I didn't know that it was happening. Did you hear anything about it before it actually dropped?
I heard it 2 days beforehand. They were like, "Oh, it's officially dropping on the 6th or whatever date it was dropping on." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And then we were hearing lots of talk about it not being available in Europe, which it's not. But we're in the UK now, and because of Brexit, I think that we were allowed to get Threads. So thank you, Brexit. Brexit let Threads happen. I wanted to thread that. I wanted to put it out into the world that, like, we got Threads because of Brexit. But I'm like, will people get it? Will they be annoying? Probably.
I don't know. Was that Boris's call?
Bojo? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, thread it up! He was hotboxing
It was the
his
long
house.
con. It was the long con. He knew that Threads was coming.
Yeah,
it was kind of like a weird form of insider trading.
Him and the Zuck were just fucking hotboxing on a weekend, being like, Threads, man, it's fucking, you go
Threads,
out there.
I can't wait.
Just, both of them turn into Matthew McConaughey. Threads,
I
man,
thought you were about to say both of them turn
ether.
into Matt Watson.
I don't have a Matt Watson impression, sadly.
I don't either.
Here's my penis. That's my Matt Watson impression.
Yeah. We gotta have those boys on the podcast.
Yeah. But Threads, I think, is fun because it's not been ruined yet. I think it's nice because everyone's just like, it's just like all the nice people showing up being like, hey, we're here, we're at the party. And I'm still waiting for all like the drunk teenagers to show up, being like, bro, you want crypto? Bro, look at this picture of like Barbara Streisand sucking off a tailpipe of a Buick LeSabre.
Here's something that I didn't think about until right now, is because I feel like most crypto bros are Elon apologists. Do you think that they'll even make the switch to Threads now that there's this public beef between
It's hard to take
Elon
your
and
focus
Zuck?
off the shaft every now and then. It's hard to like look elsewhere when you're so cock and balls deep on that shaft that all you see is pubic hair right in front of you.
It's true.
It's hard to look side to side and see Threads anywhere. The only Threads they're seeing are the threads of Elon's bush. When you're so deep with your tongue in someone's ass, all you can see left and right of you is cheeks.
Cheeks. That's it. I think we might be safe for a bit on Threads.
Maybe. I did see some AI generated stuff. I think those guys, the crypto guys, are like, we're with Elon all the way, sharpening their fucking, I don't know, they won't have pitchforks or weapons.
Yeah, what would they have?
Sharpening
a photo of a weapon.
They're just throwing it at someone and be like, that cost me $1 million.
I think, I feel like the AI crowd is more with Zuck in the metaverse, baby.
Yeah, because, I mean, Zuckerberg kind of looks AI generated.
He does, him and his sweet baby rays.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I try, see, the thing is, I feel like he's handling being the CEO of a social media platform better, but it's still like, he's still a terrible person for what he's wrought upon the world.
Yeah, and I don't like I don't like his eyes. They make me uncomfortable. They make me really uncomfortable.
I don't like when he looks at me during.
I don't. Can you imagine that? God, can you imagine getting piped down by Mark Zuckerberg and he looks you in the eyes? Ugh,
it's like I said when we were with Aaron, it's like, look at his face. You know what it's like to lick his face. You know what that feels like.
Man, you're right.
You know what? Look at his eyeball. You know what it's like to lick that eyeball.
It's so weird thinking about that. Like, if you were to lick someone's nose, like to go your tongue around
I know
their
exactly
nose,
what that's
exactly
like.
what that feels like.
I know what it's like to lick your mustache right now.
Don't do it. Don't.
Come here. Daddy wants a smooch. Come here.
We gotta test our hypothesis real quick. Hold on.
Is it
That's exactly. I just licked my microphone windscreen. And it tasted exactly like I thought.
Yep. It's not how it
It's the
tastes.
same.
It's how the textures.
Yeah.
It's how it textures.
It's how the textures.
Yeah. It's like, does it blend? Correct. Does it texture? Let me lick it and find out.
And I think so far Threads tastes fine. Or the texture is fine of Threads.
Twitter leaves an awful taste in my mouth right now.
It does. It's so bad. I want it to perish. We've talked about that before. But I would be so happy.
But I genuinely used to like Twitter. It was like my favorite place to post stuff and hang out with people, and
it was fun.
Well, so was Tumblr, but that like exploded when they got rid of the porn, and then everyone was like, "All right, I'm out." I think I was already gone by then, but that was like the nail in
Tumblr in years.
You should go on Tumblr and see what kind of asks you have.
Oh, we could do that.
I don't want to log into my Tumblr.
I don't really want to log into my Tumblr either.
I don't want to log in and find out what the two-step is and get into it and then be like, oh, the top ask is, when are you uploading again?
Are you still on hiatus?
Hiatus, yeah. I know, I'm just chilling. I feel bad that I'm not, because I would like to promote the coffee more, because I feel like that does really well when it's in video format. Mm-hmm. If it's like posting on Twitter and Instagram, you know what it's like when you post stuff there. It's like no one cares. No one follows through on those.
No, but if you do it on the channel, I have cameras and stuff. You're coming here soon again.
That's true. We'll film something. But I'm also like, I want to give people
video your balls.
Oh,
it through the beans or something.
Yeah, we'll just do what Ian did and like stretch my sack over a light. Over a softbox, and then you'll just like have the logo through it.
Oh, that would be so cool. So you stretch your sack over something, you shine a light through the bottom, and then on the top you start to sprinkle the beans, and then all you see is the
beans on beans.
Yeah, all you see is the silhouette of the beans.
My flaccid cock just slams down over everything.
It slams over it, and then that's when the logo appears. It goes, top of the morning.
I think people with penises vastly overestimate how girthy and strong and weighty their cock is.
When they like, overestimate or underestimate?
Overestimate for sure. They're like, I'm going to flop my cock on the table. Boom. And it's like, it would, at most it would be like, that's it. That's all you're getting. Even the largest in the world, the most you're going to get is a fucking hand clap.
God, when we make the Dick and Balls album with Aaron, all of the instrumental should be done with penis noises.
You know how you stretch out a rubber band far enough and it goes boom, 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 boom. You just stretch it way out. And it's like you're lying on the ground and I'm just holding a stretched cock playing it like a double bass. Oh.
How do you change the notes? Do you just have to...
I just have to jerk it a little. I just gotta get you going.
Oh, that's very good.
That's a good one.
Very good. I think we could make this album with penis noises.
It's only the two of us laughing right now. Everybody else is like, they're on their app like skipping 30 seconds ahead.
Someone's on their way to work.
Yeah. I hope you skip forward just enough and all you hear is like, oh, my cock was so huge. And that's it. And then you're like, fuck, and you just keep skipping again.
Oh, people, do you think people mute our podcast when they're like going through a drive-thru? Do you think they keep it up?
I feel like this is a headphone-only podcast.
It is.
This is a solo watch.
Heavy head. Yeah, this is true.
But hey, someone out there is jerking it to it right now.
I hope not.
You know they are. There's like one person out there who gets off on podcasts.
There is, man.
The pod
Stay
puller.
leaky, I guess.
Stay leaky.
Stay leaky.
Shout out. I hope you finished well. Hope you finished strong, King.
Do you need me to count you down? 3, 2, 1. You can
Are
come
you close?
now.
I fucking hate this. Yeah, think about your grandma. Think about your grandma. Your mom's face. Your mom's face.
Ah, we ruined it for you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Think about Elon Musk. Elon Musk's hairy ass bent over goatsy.
Oh, man.
Actually, that might do it for you. I don't know.
Do you think that Elon Musk will go see Mark Zuckerberg in the ring?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Right in front of Joe Rogan?
I want to see them like Robot Wars instead. I want to see them build the first androids that come out and fight each other. I don't want to see them fight each other because it's going to be so cringe.
Well, that's the thing, is that if they have to fight each other with robots and like things that they have to make, I think that Mark Zuckerberg will win by a landslide, because the only thing that Elon Musk has ever done is paid for things. He's never actually done anything.
The thing is, when it comes to, I don't like either of them, but I feel like everyone's on Mark's side. Well, not everyone. Obviously, there's a certain subset that are on Elon's side. But I feel like when that fight goes down, it's like everyone wants Mark to win. He probably would, because he's actually training just for fun all the time. And then when Elon loses, we're just going to have to hear about it forever. Of why he didn't lose properly. And it's going to turn into like Trump shit, where it's like, I didn't lose because of that. The wind was in my eyes. He's much bigger than me.
Guys,
I've had appendicitis.
I didn't lose, guys. He's just bigger and stronger than me. Okay?
I didn't lose. He's just bigger, stronger, faster, better at fighting. But I have more money, and that makes me better. You like me, right?
Does he have? He does have more money, right? He's the richest man.
I don't know if he still is the richest. He dipped a little and then came back, I think. I don't know.
Fell off.
I don't really follow the sub feed of money.
Oh man, what a guy! It would be cool if they just had a constant live counter.
Yeah. Oh man, I've been out in the desert. I've been out in the desert for so long, searching for gold, but I didn't find any. All I found was a hankering thirst.
Oh, your thirst! Oh, Sean, have I got the thing for you? Have you ever heard about Liquid IV?
Oh, I haven't heard about anything.
Oh man, Liquid IV is the perfect thing for you to use to quench your hydration and get the electrolytes and vitamins that you need for everyday wellness.
But what is it? To do that, I'd have to drink like a boatload of water.
No. Liquid IV is just a little pouch of powder that you put in your water, okay? You mix it all up. It's got some sweet flavors, including 3 new ones that are very exciting: white peach, green grape, and lemon lime. Tastes good, and it's good for you. And it hydrates you 2 times faster than water alone.
2 times faster than water? That's crazy. Straight into my veins, baby.
That's right. Sometimes water can be boring, but you got to make sure that you get the vitamins and minerals and all the things that you need. And with all the fun flavors that Liquid IV has, it makes water good.
I bet to drink that, you'd have to be taking in so much sugar. I bet it has so much sugar in it. I bet you're a little sugar man right now.
No, there's no artificial sweeteners and 0 sugar. And it has a proprietary amino acid allulose blend for a sweet taste.
Wait, I just remembered. It contains 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Take that in your pipe and shove it.
That's exactly right, and it's non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. So if you've got problems with any of those, you don't have to worry about it at all.
I've been such a soy boy for so long. Now I can be free of it. Wow.
And you can be hydrated.
Thank you, Liquid IV. If I was to get that, where would I go?
You would go to liquidiv.com and use the promo code LEAK at checkout.
Ooh, leak. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating, now sugar-free Liquid IV.
Yeah, you can use that and get 20% off.
Wait, liquidiv.com, use code LEAK. Got it, thank you. In other exciting celebrity news, we had Jonah Hill's ex come out and blast him.
I saw that. I'm so confused.
Those texts are rough.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, we have to pull up some of these.
Jimmy, pull up the text, because some of it is
I'll pull them up. You talk about Jonah.
I'm not the biggest Jonah Hill fan. I like some of the movies he's in, but at the same time, these texts are coming out, and it's like, if you've ever gone through a relationship with someone who is manipulative, or you have a friend who's manipulative, or you've gone through therapy or anything like that that's involved in these tweets, you can like see the patterns like instantly. Mm-hmm. You know how this is being like used and weaponized, and like you go to therapy and some people get the wrong thing out of it because they're like narcissistic and ego driven or insecure enough to like learn the terms and like use it against people. Instead of like using it for yourself to better yourself. It's like a negative thing.
I don't even know what this text means. It's very
Sound
funny.
off.
Plain and simple, colon, and then there's nothing. If you need, colon, and then there's nothing. And then surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries.
These are my demands.
Yes.
Send money.
My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have... What? My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Huh?
He's directed stuff. Yeah, that's super fucking cringe and like toxic. It's like, that's not your boundary. You can't tell someone else what to do. Unless
you can't.
It's like,
you can't surf with men.
I'm married. I started dating a super hot surfer girl, and she was super hot until I got with her, and then I realized that everyone else thought she was super hot, and then I got really jealous, and it feels like a I think you should leave sketch, where it's like, you're not allowed to go out there and show your body. It's like, but I gotta surf. I'm not worried about it.
Not allowed to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit. You're not allowed to model. You're not allowed to have friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful. What does that mean? You're not allowed to
go outside, and you're not allowed to take more than 10 steps away from me. You're also not allowed to get off the leash at any moment.
If you have a friend who's going through it and they are from your past and they're having a tough time, you cannot hang out with them other than getting a lunch or coffee or something.
Otherwise, I'm done.
I'm not the man for you.
Otherwise, I'm cutting you off.
It's so
weird. Insecure. It's like it comes. I can see like the backwards engineering of it, of being like someone who. It's no like secret that Jonah Hill was overweight before, and he struggled a lot with that and had to deal with a lot. He was typecast as that, and then he changed his image and he got better and got healthier, and that's great. But it kind of feels like all those insecurities like still come with you of like, who am I? What am I? Do people like me? And we all kind of have those. We're all kind of like struggling with them, but it's like, you can't tell your girlfriend that she can't talk to men. That's so fucked.
That's again, that's not a boundary. That is
it's a
controlling.
demand.
Yeah.
It's like, I put a bomb in the house. You can't talk to men or women from your distant, recent, insane past. Don't even come talking to me about all that.
What does that mean? This text is very weird. I don't really understand what's happening. Take some accountability and operate with respect. It's that simple. Because I'm tired of your attitude towards surf culture.
Not surf culture.
In that contest, in that place, because I deserve respect. Period. I have been more than patient. And then shit like this is still here. Fuck that contest. Fuck that place. Fuck not respecting me. Always in every situation within surf culture, or you don't get it. And you don't get me. It's hurtful and unacceptable to me. Get it? I don't know if you got it or care or give a shit about that more or give a shit about that shit more than me, even after Dr. Stern has said it loud and clear.
Dude, you're spiraling. Your thumbs are just going at that point. There was another one that was like, it's funny how your therapist thinks I suck. I'm literally the best boyfriend on earth.
That's the one that I'm looking at right now. Literally just say hello and leave the convo. I love how your therapist thinks I suck. I am literally the best boyfriend. And then new text, on earth.
He's like, I'm literally the best boyfriend. Hold on. I got bars. On earth.
On earth. Oof.
There's another one that...
Can't fight that.
She was talking about modeling, I think, and he was like, I'm modeling, which is the last profession I would be with as a partner. And then, I don't know why she says thought pics, the context is missing. But then he's like, keep taking me for granted. Go model. It's a fulfilling life. You'll move it. I love it. He has to correct it. Real depth and substance and sustainability for relationships. But actually, I'm don't with this convo.
What?
It's like a baby.
What the fuck? Why? Well,
yeah,
hopefully...
I'm mixed on whether you should put that stuff out there, especially when you've like broken up with someone for 2 years. But I'm like, well, now it's out here and we can all see it. So it's like, what are we going to do? Except judge it for what it is, which is a manipulative, abusive relationship. And
extremely manipulative.
I hate so many things, but the thing I hate is when stuff like that comes out and it's immediately like, why are you posting it then? Why didn't you blah, blah, blah? But then also like, that's not abuse. And it's like, you don't have to be called like a slut and a whore or something like that for that to be abuse.
Yeah.
Like you could be emotionally abused and like, it's like perfect, like calculated manipulation is like, that's still abuse.
Yeah, it exactly is.
I hate the minimization of problems.
I hate it.
Yeah, that is tough to see because that's a bummer. I thought that I liked Jonah Hill, but
it's the thing I'm starting to. I mean, it's the same with us. Like, if you're like watching YouTubers, it's like, be careful. You don't really know anybody, and like even with us, I'm like, you still don't know us 100%. Yeah. Like we're decent people and we know each other and we know there's like nothing shady in our past like that and we don't treat people like shit. But at the same time, you don't know us at home. I'm pointing at the camera.
You don't know that.
You don't know that we're good people. We could be terrible people.
This is true.
But I'm starting to feel that with some celebrities where I'm like, maybe I should just enjoy your work and not get too involved in your personal life or care.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, man.
There's a reason you get into a profession such as like ours and acting and stuff is like, there's a little bit of that like I like look at me energy.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
like we're all like slightly narcissistic one way or another. Some of us are far more than others. But I mean, you and I, it's like we do this job because we want attention.
Yeah.
In some form or another.
It is true. I wanted attention yesterday, so I posted a photo of a urinal on Threads, and I said, "Make this the most reposted photo on Threads." And then after that, because I was like, "That's funny, that'll get a bunch of reposts." And then right after that, I realized you can't look at the number of reposts. Oh. That thing has.
Wait, you can't?
So now it's like double funny because it's like, make this the most reposted thing on Threads.
And you could just be idea. Like, we did it, everyone.
We did it, Joe.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
You can't. You can't see it.
You can't even see it on your own.
I know. It's very funny.
I mean, I like how... Oh, it says hide like count. I thought it said hide the count. Hide the count. It's over.
Hide the count. Stop the count.
Stop the count. I'm the most liked on Threads.
I wonder if Don is on Threads. Oh, that was another disappointing celebrity thing. Do you know what I'm about to say?
I hope you're not going to say that Donald Trump wasn't everything you thought he was.
No. But somebody that I thought was fun and cool had their photo taken with Donald Trump, and it made me go, oh, the mayor of Flavortown himself, Guy
Fieri.
Big bummer.
Pour out a big old bucket of Cajun sauce for that one.
Mm-hmm. Big sad. Made me a little upset.
I thought we were heading straight to Flavortown. Turns out that flavor was absolute dog shit.
It's so sad. It's so sad. You
Mr.
think you know
Meats himself.
Mr.
Actually,
Meats.
We didn't really get much Guy Fieri stuff over this side of the pond for a while, so I don't really know what he does. I feel like he's Gordon Ramsay, but fucking fire, baby.
He basically is like American Gordon Ramsay for a bit.
In my mind, it's for like
more white trash.
Yeah, for like I was going to say for like rednecks.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it made me sad though. Made me a little sad. Do you think that we could have Gordon Ramsay on the podcast and he could make us into an idiot sandwich?
I don't know if we should. It's like all these people. It's like I like these people, but it's like I think I like watching your content. I don't know if I want to like sit and have a conversation with you. I don't think Gordo would be down to clown with talking about like I'm going to make a joke about ramming that is like Ramsey, and he's going to be like, okay, big boy. What is that? Ooh. Salt, pepper.
That's a good Gordon Ramsay impression.
Thank you. It's like, okay, beef in.
Beef in. On. Oil on.
Yeah, salt, pepper.
Did you see? It was so well done. Somebody took... There's like a video of him like making the perfect burger or whatever. And somebody took that footage and they put it into Endgame where it's like Thanos is like, I don't even know who you are. And he's just making a sandwich with the Infinity Stones, but it's so well done.
Yeah, it's like rotoscope perfectly.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And then like change the lighting and everything. It's great.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to someone called Schiffer Bates or Sheffer Bates. I'm so sorry. I actually don't know how to pronounce your first name. It's such a cool name as well, and I should know. But he's the one that I saw do like the best Gordon Ramsay impression I've ever seen. And that was what I always emulate. I'm like, I can't do Gordon, but I can do him doing Gordon.
Yeah.
And his is good enough that I'm like, it's like the degrees of separation enough away to be like, if I did it, you'd know who I'm being. Mm-hmm. But he's incredible at it. And he also does like... the guy from, I can't even think of the fucking name of it. Cillian Murphy, Tommy Shelby.
Oh, fucking, you know, the ones.
The Matchstick Man.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. That's it. Couldn't think of it. Never watched it. So, but he's very good at impressions.
I watched the first 5 episodes and I was like, this is super good. And then I never watched it again. And I don't know why. I was like, wow, this show is really, really good.
Yeah.
Not watch it anymore for some reason.
That was me with Better Call Saul. I got through the first season. I was like, that was dope. Cinematography was fucking on point. Acting's incredible. And then I was like, I'll give it a little break and then go to season 2 and then didn't.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been thinking about watching the Saul.
It's pretty good. But it's like, it's also like not as... I'm not going to say not as interesting because for some people it really is. But for me, it's like the subject matter of what's happening in season 1 is not as... it's not as addicting as this like season 1 of Breaking Bad, where I'm like, what's he gonna do? Where's this going? Yeah. Where season 1 of Better Call Saul is like, it's really good, but like lawyers doing lawyer things is not really. It's like Succession. Like everyone says it's amazing, but the subject matter of like people doing business stuff and like fucking each other over, and like it's not really like enough to get me on board yet.
I want to see the show. I think it's called Jury Duty. Have you seen trailers for that? It's with
Judge Judy.
No, it's with a.
Yeah. I saw. I saw some actor.
Yeah.
James Marsden.
James Marsden, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like going in to do jury duty, and the other people, it's a, I guess, reality TV, we'll call it, but he's in on the bit, and he like goes insane, I guess, during the show, and nobody else knows what's going on. I've heard it's really fun.
Wait, is it fictional?
No. Well, like yes and no. They're like, apparently people are like being punked.
Reality show hoax sitcom.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Sounds a little bit fun. We should. This is not related to jury duty, but it's related to Gordon Ramsay. You and I, for a video, should go and do something with a chef. Be taught how to be a chef for a day. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. Use actual chef knives and cut our fingers off.
And it can be like in The Bear. We say behind, and we say yes, chef, and we say sharp knife, and we say behind.
Something's going out,
and we say corner, and we say other stuff.
I haven't watched The Bear, so I don't.
I need a hotel pan, or I need a court.
Sure about that one?
Yeah, court. You might not have them over there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Have you watched The Bear?
That would be very fun, though. I did watch The Bear, yeah. I haven't watched the new season, but the first season was very good. I really liked it a lot. I have not watched the second season. Did you ever work in a restaurant?
No, but I did like table service and restaurant service for college. So I had like half a year of like waiter service, and then half a year of like being a chef. Actually, I did that over 2 years. So I did like 2 full years as like a waiter and a chef. Not at the same time.
You had to work the actual job, or you just trained to do it?
We trained to do it, and then we brought in like family members for like free meals, because otherwise the food that we prepared would go to waste. Yeah. So they would come in, and then we would be like judged by our teacher all the time of like our waiting service, and we had like a teacher out front teaching us that stuff, and then a teacher in the back teaching us how to like chef, and they were like a proper full-on chef.
That's cool. What did you make? I didn't know that you had this chef past.
I have the chef gene.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, I'm so chef-pilled.
Man, I have to call you chef now. Yes, chef.
Yeah.
Heard, chef.
It was cool. That was like the only part of like hotel management that I enjoyed. Because all the other parts were like, I'm not going to do this. But cooking was something that I already liked. And then waiter service, I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm kind of like nervous to do this. And then as I did it, I was like, I'm very good at this. So I like just came alive. I was good at like memorizing things. And then I was good with people. I just wasn't good at holding a million plates in my hands at all times.
The thing that I have a hard time with cooking is time management. Like when you're making like a whole thing and you want it to all be plated at a similar time, I'm like, how do I do that?
Dude, that happened to me before this episode. I was like, I need 15 more minutes because the fucking rice cooker, we had like an all-in-one pressure cooker at one point. It cooked rice in like 9 minutes. And then we got a new one because we weren't using it for everything and it was massive. So we just got a rice cooker, like a little teeny tiny, and we put that in the kitchen, and then it was like, oh, basmati rice. The other one would like tell you exactly how much time is going down as it was cooking, like right from the get-go. Yeah. And then this new one doesn't tell us the time until there's 10 minutes left.
Mine doesn't tell me the time either, and it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah. So basmati rice is like, that's like 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. Like I can plan for that because all the other parts need to go. I just put that on and then I start everything else. Done. Fine. Perfecto. Woo! But then brown rice, took 50 minutes to cook in that fucker. And I put it on, and I was like, oh, it usually takes like 45 minutes. And I put it on early, I started cooking everything else. Evelyn came down from her stream. I had food already, except the fucking rice.
What did you make?
I made like a fried rice thing. It was like rice, soy sauce, green beans, broccoli, mushrooms, and a bit of salmon.
Nice. Oh,
salmon
nice.
with like a little brushing of teriyaki sauce on it. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, some salt, pepper. Ooh.
Salt, pepper, oil, on.
Salmon in, rice on. Now wait like a fucking monkey.
Cock hard.
Cock hard, lips open.
Yeah, we should do a cooking video. That would be fun. I've been thinking about for a very literally years now because I really like cooking and it's very fun. But I don't do it as much as I would like to, and so I've been like, maybe I should just like go and take a cooking class. That would be kind of fun. And then I never do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I just never.
Yeah, because I can cook pretty well. And most times I like cook by following something. Like I have stuff that I can cook without following any recipes or anything. But sometimes I like follow stuff on the internet and everyone's like, wow, so good at cooking. And I'm like, to me, that's not cooking. That's just following instructions. That's putting together Lego.
Yeah, I also have felt the same way where I'm like, I can't really take credit for this. I didn't make the recipe. I just followed the ingredients.
Yeah, I was listening to an audiobook as I did this. I wasn't even paying attention.
I don't know. I do the same thing when I make drinks because I think there's even more of that when you're like making a cocktail or something. Like there's definitely people like who can make fucking bomb-ass cocktails and there is an art to it for sure, I guess. But when I do it, I'm like, I don't know, it's just an ounce of this, 2 ounces of that, and then you shake it up. Yeah. And so sometimes I'll like make drinks for people, and it'll be like the first time, like specifically with Negronis. Like that's a very like acquired taste drink. Yeah. And so I'll be like, I'm gonna make myself a Negroni, and they'll be like, oh, I haven't had one, and so I'll make it, and I will preemptively be like, if you don't like this, that's fine, because I know that this is how it's made. So you being like, I don't like this is not saying you made a bad drink. It's I don't like the taste of this, and that is okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, people I feel like feel bad when they're like, I don't like this drink, but I don't want to offend you. It's like, no, you just don't like the flavor of it. That's fine.
Yeah, alcohol is difficult because it's like food is like whatever. There's some parts of it that you can enjoy, but an alcoholic drink is like, if I don't like the taste of the first sip, it just gets worse.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and then like you just don't like that alcohol. Some bitters are fucking gross. Some alcohols are gross.
Oh, we should do a cooking video. We should do a video. You know, okay.
This is just what this podcast is at this point. Is you telling us what videos we should do, and then we never do them,
and then we don't do them. But listen, we should do a video. You know how Disney World has Epcot Bar? Epcot. You know how they have the like drinking around the world thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? We should, well, if we wanted to, we could just, I guess, go and do that. But what we could also do is find a drink from a bunch of different countries, and we have to make each other these drinks, and then we're drinking around the world in my house.
Drinking around my house. At noon.
Just make each other all these drinks, and then they'll be festive and stuff or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we can spin around and we go, oh, it's around.
Right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
We're also going to do stuff for like coffee, like seasonal things. Exclusive. So like Christmas stuff and Halloween stuff. So we could also do stuff with that. Make like tiramisu.
Oh, that could be cool. You should do a Halloween one where it's like, oh, this one tastes like your, this coffee tastes like dirt from a cemetery. Spooky.
Sure. This one tastes like a dead body. This one tastes like embalming. It's just embalming fluid mixed with coffee.
That could be so much fun. Oh.
I was going to say, what is embalming fluid? But I played Mortuary Assistant, and I realized that it's like formaldehyde and...
It's other it's a bunch of stuff.
It's chemicals. It's crazy out there. Magnets.
It is crazy out there. Are you gonna do a St. Patrick's Day festive coffee? What? You gotta.
We should. There's so many like. There's so many like. We'll just do pure whiskey flavored coffee.
That would be cool though.
I
like
have tasted a whiskey thing that we like tested at one point. It wasn't whiskey coffee, it was whiskey tea.
Whiskey and coffee go well together.
Yeah, but I mean like it was a whiskey flavored tea that I had tasted as part of like what ones will we sell? Here's like 20 teas. And then it's like, well, we're not going to sell all of them. And it was also like whiskey tea would not sell that well. But
that's more of a seasonal thing for sure.
Yeah, and it's also like, even when it's that season, it's like 10% of the people would actually drink it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you taste it, it's like, ooh, I'm at a campfire. Ooh. Kind of tasted like a campfire. Smells.
Ooh, I'm into whiskey.
Oh, my mouth is burning.
We should make our own whiskey. How do we do that? How do you do it?
That's what I was going to do before coffee.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And then I was like, well, there's lots of laws and regulations involved in that, and it's also way more expensive, and also not all of my audience can drink it, so let's not do that.
That makes sense. Was it going to be called Top of the Morning still?
No, it didn't even get to like a naming phase. I was like, ooh, whiskey, that'd be cool. I could be like Ryan Reynolds with gin. And then it was like, yeah, so different countries all have their own laws of alcohol and different states in America, and I was like, okay, never mind, let's do coffee. And then I said, Top of the Morning coffee. And it was like, I should do Prime Energy, which is now being investigated by the FDA, apparently.
I saw that. So what happened? I saw like Dexerto tweet a thing about it, but I didn't actually read into it at all.
Dexerto.
I hate that that's where I get all of my news from now. Yeah. It makes me upset.
But I don't know. I think they're questioning the caffeine content in it because I think since it's marketed at kids and has like bright, colorful flavors that not many kids know there's alcohol. Brian will get you hammered.
It's just fucking straight like absinthe.
It's just gasoline. I think it's because the caffeine content in it is quite high and kids are like chugging it and it's fucking them up.
Is there, can you like not get it in the UK still?
You can get it in the UK. It's banned in Australia, though, I think. I don't know if the whole country bans it or the schools ban it. I think it's the schools have banned it because kids were like drinking it and it's not good for them, but also because the kids were like trading it and like using it and like because it was so selling for such a high price and stuff. It was just kind of like an economy with the kids.
That's so funny. That is so weird. Did you ever have that when you were a kid at all with different things? Like in my school, they banned tech decks because people were bringing them in all the time and just like, you know how tech decks sound.
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking drum kit.
But they banned them.
I don't think we had anything banned. Just drugs, cocaine, meth.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
It's weird how your school banned tech decks, but not drugs.
Yeah, no, they were fine with meth. But yeah, no, tech decks were the big thing. If you got caught with a tech deck, it would get confiscated. You could get it back at the end of the day, but if you kept getting caught with it, then they'd take them.
Yeah, our schools banned firearms.
That's good.
I can say that as a proud European where guns are much harder to get, and any chance I get to shit on America's system, I'll do it.
Wait, is that an actual thing that like happened when you were going to school? They were like, hey, you gotta stop bringing your guns to school.
No, that was just me having a scathing political insight into the world that we're in.
Okay.
That was just my super hot take that's going to divide the audience right down in half.
Oh yeah,
just you gotta get them.
And you know what else they gotta get? These ad reads. I never know when they happen. When do they happen?
I don't know. Probably now.
I have no idea. Who knows?
But Barbenheimer's out soon. It's probably going to be out by the time this episode's out.
Barbenheimer is out soon, and it will probably be out. But also, isn't the new Pikmin also coming out in the same day?
Who fucking cares about Pikmin?
I I don't know. Some people do. I never got into Pikmin or
Me neither,
Katamari.
because it didn't entice me. But I get to go see Oppenheimer in 3 days as of this episode.
I know, you were telling me that. That is so exciting. I'm so excited for it. I want to see how they made that thing. How'd they make it explode like that?
How'd they bomb?
How? Stuff like that really fucks me up though. How do they do it? How did we figure out anything? I can barely tie my own shoes, let alone build a bomb.
That's why you gotta watch the movie. And watch Robbie Oppie do it.
Oh, yeah.
And then people were like, Christopher Nolan said there's no CG in Oppenheimer. It's like, there's still VFX shots.
Yeah.
It's like, that just means there's nothing like computer generated things in it. Like, it's still. He said there's no CG in it. But that's like a very specific thing to say that like tricks people into thinking that like, whoa, he did it all for real. It's like, no, there's still like trickery to make it look real. Plus, how is that a selling point? There's no CG in our movies. I can name tons of movies that have CG in them that are great.
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once has so much CG in it.
Oh, it's so good.
Maybe that's VFX. Maybe I'm getting my wires crossed. Fucking Mad Max Fury Road has a bunch of like stuff in it that people don't realize is like VFX and computer generated.
Now, this is coming from...
You sounded like a dog that just got kicked.
Would I be wrong in saying that CGI and VFX are the same thing? Am I dumb?
I don't fucking know. I just saw somebody else on Twitter break it down. Yeah, they said Christopher Nolan says Oppenheimer has 0 CGI shots, and someone named Zach Silberberg.
VFX is created with a variety of specially developed software and is specifically required for specific needs. CGI, on the other hand, is a computer-generated image built on a digital platform but does not require sophisticated software.
Yeah. So this person, I don't know what they do for a job, but they clearly knew what they were talking about. They said, this tweet is so perfectly designed to get engagement from people who don't know the difference between CGI and VFX. They said, for clarity, CGI shot is fully computer-generated fake camera in a render engine. VFX shot is real elements digitally enhanced or composited together with additional digital elements. So it's like...
Okay.
CGI is like you made it in Blender, whereas VFX is like you still went into like After Effects and like added a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like no CG means that they didn't use a render engine to make anything that was then comped into the shot.
Mm-hmm.
But no VFX would be a different thing. If they said no VFX in the movie, no CGI or no VFX, it's like, you set off a real bomb?
You did this all practically?
Yeah. I practically did this all myself.
I practically set off a bomb.
He's wittily doing a gwitty while the nuke is going off.
He's wittily Oppenheimer after I go to the Barbie movie. Just going kidding.
I still think
that's a little misleading.
I still think it's absolute insanity that you want to see Barbie first and then Oppenheimer.
Why is that so bad?
We should have a debate about this right now. Like,
let's have a debate about it.
A debate about it.
Let's have a debate about it. I haven't eaten food today. It's 12:40.
What are your reasons?
Well, reason number one is, I don't know. I think I want to go in happier and leave. You know, like I feel like, okay, actually, here's the reason. I want to do the Barbie Oppenheimer double feature, right?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is going to be a heavy movie to watch.
Yeah.
Do we know the runtime? I feel like it's
3
longer.
hours.
Okay, so it's a long movie also.
It's like 256.
Yeah. So it's basically a 3-hour movie. It's going to be heavier. It's going to be, longer and blah, 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 blah. I think that if I went to see Oppenheimer first, I would get out of that and I'd be like, I don't know if I want to see another movie. But doing Barbie first, I feel like I would feel more energized after that and be like, man, that was a real fun time. Let's go again, but with bombs this time.
Yeah, but then you just get your fucking serotonin tanked by seeing what America did to Japan a long time ago.
I guess.
See, that's the exact reason why I want to see Oppenheimer first, because that needs more focus. When I'm at like my peak of like figuring out a movie, that's the one that I need to pay attention to. Barbie, I'm just along for the ride. Oppenheimer, I need to sit there and be like, okay, this is happening, that's happening. Whoa, look at that. Crazy. And then I want a palate cleanser afterwards because I don't want to go to bed sad.
I didn't realize that coffee beans were a palate cleanser.
What?
When you're smelling stuff, if you're smelling a bunch of stuff, like I smelled a bunch of candles at this store recently, and they were like, in between each candle, smell these coffee beans because it'll cleanse your palate.
It's like the ginger of smell.
Also, I didn't know that ginger was that's why ginger is there when you go and eat sushi. Didn't know that.
Ginger on its own is just not that great. It's not like, ooh,
I kind of like it. I would eat ginger. Like when I go and eat sushi, I eat all of the ginger first because it's right there.
That's because you eat twice a day and forget that you need to have food. And then you get there and you're like, whoa, the sushi's not here yet.
I will eat all of the ginger first thing. I'll put down some soy sauce and I'll eat the ginger, and then I'll suck on my chopstick. I'll like put the chopstick in the soy sauce and then suck on it a little bit.
God, I've never been more convinced that you have ADHD than that.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Yeah, it's not like they don't put it there because it's like kimchi that you eat with your food, or like the little yellow radishes that you get with Korean food. It's supposed to be there to like, I had one sushi. Okay, ginger, and then like get a different one. I think.
Whoops. No, I think you're exactly right. That does make sense though. Now that you say that, because I will have more of an attention span immediately. And Barbie, Barbie's
the one that I want to see more. I think Oppenheimer will be great for like the film nerd in me. But Barbie's the one that I'm like excited about. Oppenheimer, I'm like, it's Christopher Nolan. It's going to be good. The acting's going to be great. The shots are going to be great. It's going to be a well-told story. But Barbie, I'm like, what is this? This is going to be so fun.
Barbie, I think that's the thing. It's like Barbie's going to be really fun. I don't know if Oppenheimer, I think, is going to be really good. I don't necessarily think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. It's going to be like getting punched in the face for like 3 hours.
Yeah. It's like you're going to leave that and go,
yeah. Okay. And then you're going to grab your extra bucket of popcorn and go into Barbie. And then you're going to get lifted. And then suddenly you go home and it's like, you want Barbie to be the only thing you remember that day.
I guess so. Yeah, that is true.
But I get to see Oppenheimer early and then Barbie like days later, so I don't have this problem.
Maybe I'll just do a Barbie sandwich. I'll see Barbie twice in a day. I'll see Barbie, Oppenheimer, Barbie. What else is coming out?
And Mission Impossible.
Oh, that could be a fun one to end on, actually. I don't remember. Oh, it was Jeff Keighley that tweeted it because I saw his tweet because of your response. They fucking stole the train sequence from Uncharted.
Yeah.
Those fuckers.
I want someone to, when it comes out digitally, someone to superimpose. Yeah, but I also noticed that we watched Mission Impossible Fallout last night with PJ and Sophie to kind of like get ready for the new one. And I noticed that they basically ripped off The Dark Knight as well, where they have like the bad guy in an armored truck and then they drive forward and then they divert him down another road and then they ram him off into the water. They don't ram Joker off, but one of them does go into the water in The Dark Knight, I think.
I remember that.
There was like a lot of similarities in it.
Yeah.
But then they also have an Arc de Triomphe thing on a bike. And then I was like, wait, John Wick just took that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all just a big old like who's who of fingers in pots.
I don't remember which John Wick it is. Maybe it's 3.
Maybe it's Jonathan Wick.
Maybe it was 4. I can't remember. You remember the scene where he's like in the back of a kitchen and they're just fucking throwing knives at each other for like 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's the start of 3, I think.
It's like so.
It's like a tight little corridor with like glass walls and like knives everywhere.
Yeah. It's just,
yeah.
Poor guys get like 50 knives in them, and John Wick doesn't even get hit once.
Well, that's the thing with the new movie is that he gets hit all the time, and now they just have super suits that are like flexible, bulletproof suits. I'm like, that kind of takes the sting out of getting shot.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I need my
but it's a
stakes
fun
raised.
Time. Yeah. It was fun. I went and saw John Wick 4 shortly after it came out, and I was like, this was fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. I'll know what I'm getting into.
Yeah. I feel like that's the Mission Impossible movies. It's like, I don't know what the story is, but it's really cool.
I don't really care.
Tom Cruise wants to do everything real.
Yeah. Like with Top Gun, you saw Top Gun Maverick, right?
Mm-hmm.
That movie fucking ripped. That was so fun.
For sure.
It was so much fun. The whole time I was just like, oh, I am in the danger zone. You're right.
Yeah, and it's like, what's going on outside of the planes? Don't care.
Gay stuff at the beach.
Yeah. And they're the one female character. Oh, no, they have a female pilot as well. But the other female character is like, you're just a love interest. No one cares about you. Yeah. Get back to the planes.
I do think it's cool that that Tom Cruise was like, I want everyone to actually like be in a plane.
Yeah.
And like it was all done for real. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's very impressive. What was it? They said that if they got like, they would go into the air for like 14 hours a day or something like that. And they're like, if we got 1 minute of usable content, that would be a successful day.
Yeah.
It's like, good Christ.
How do you do that? Like, what's
the budget for that movie? That's be like 300 million.
I'm going to say, don't tell me yet. I'm going to say that it was 265 million.
I was going to say like 270, so I guess we're around the same ballpark.
We're in the same.
It cost, hold on. 170 to 177 million?
Really?
What?
That's not as much as I thought at all.
But like, half of that feels like it's Tom Cruise's paycheck.
Yeah, right?
I guess he produces it, so he gets royalties on it a lot, but
I guess
it's a small-ish cast and no locations.
Yeah, I guess so.
They have that whole flight scene at the end with like bombs going off and shit.
See how much of... No, that's real, right? With the things. So I guess they don't have a huge CG budget. Now their VFX budget. Now we just learned that's very different.
Didn't it cost a shit ton of money just to be to like rent out the planes?
I would assume it would cost a fuck ton of money to get those planes.
I thought it was like 10 grand a day per plane.
I would be surprised if it was that cheap, honestly. For those planes, and like you gotta have, I'm sure, like special like clearance and stuff. I have no idea.
Yeah, and like your stunt team must cost a fortune.
Maybe the military was just like, you can fucking use the planes. We don't care.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I guess he flew his own plane at the end of the movie. So
yeah, how does he have time to do that?
I don't know.
Like, how does he have time to make all these movies and become a pilot and
dedicate all his time to Scientology?
Yeah, this is true. Much like James Cameron, Tom Cruise has actually spent more time in the sky than pilots.
Than birds. Because birds don't live that long. So he spent way more time than all the birds.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. I found out we watched the James Cameron 25th like thing on Disney Plus about like 25 years later of Titanic. Oh no, it was the 20 years later one. And I was like looking up stuff about James Cameron. I was like, you've been married 6 times.
Really?
I'm like, Jim.
Jeez.
What's happening?
Jim, come on, man. He's trying to find that diamond at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, stop diving so deep and dig a little deeper. Find out what's going on in here. What hurt you, Jim?
Poor Jimbo.
Big Jim.
Big Jimbo. But yeah, new movies coming out, baby. I was seeing a thing the other day of people being worried about the cinema because people don't want to go to movies anymore. Because I guess Indiana Jones like tanked and that new Pixar movie tanked.
Pixar.
Yeah. But I think it's just right now, like I think that so many people are going to go and see Barbie and Oppenheimer in theaters.
Yeah.
Like I think that those are movies where people, and Mission Impossible, like people are pumped about those movies in theaters. Who is pumped for the 5th Indiana Jones movie that nobody asked for? You know?
Yeah, I think I mean, Top Gun Maverick was the good example of it. He was like, we're not doing the movie again until we can do something different with it. And then it was like, now we're actually in the planes flying around. That's different. Let's put it out. And then it's like $1 billion movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, Tom Cruise is probably not a great person in real life. Don't know him personally.
He's
but man, does he know how to make a movie. And he's really passionate about making it like legit and like, those are the movies, and I hate to say it, it's like that's the ones you go to the theater for. Most times I go to the theater and I'm like, this is not really enhanced by being here.
Mm-hmm. No, and I think that like, even with like both you and I have cinema rooms in our house. Your cinema room is like being in an actual fucking movie theater. But I think sometimes I get a little jaded where I'm just like, oh, I could just watch this at home. But there are those movies where, like Top Gun, I was like, I'm not going to wait for this to come out on streaming. Like, I want to go and see this in the theater.
And especially stuff with, I'm not a huge fan of IMAX for audio reasons. The screen is cool. But it being like a big square instead of a rectangle, instead of being ultra wide, it like has more height to it. But stuff like Dune and Top Gun Maverick, I'm like, those are the movies that really utilize that extra space.
Yeah.
And then there's some other movies.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, some other movies have like IMAX, and I'm like, that's not actual IMAX though. It's you just blew up the picture, and it doesn't add anything.
I think this was only Dune in IMAX, which I really love because I saw it in a standard screen, and I don't think it did this, but the aspect ratio changed throughout the movie when I saw it in IMAX.
Because it has the actual, like some scenes are actually IMAX, so it goes up and down. Mission Impossible Fallout did that as well.
Damn.
And like The Dark Knight. But now more and more movies are like fully IMAX for like the whole runtime.
Yeah, but they're not just converted to IMAX.
Yeah, but then when you bring it to a regular screen, which is like a 240-1 ratio or something, they have to cut the top and bottom off. So they have to film it probably with like guidelines within their camera to be like, we still need this to be centered because if it goes to that, we can't lose information.
God, I saw somebody tweet the other day of the IMAX reel for Oppenheimer.
The 11-mile long reel.
Yeah, and it's like 600 pounds. It's like fucking massive.
Like weighs as much as a car.
Have you seen the IMAX cameras?
Like, they're huge.
It looks like they're filming on like an old computer from like the 60s or something. Like they're fucking massive.
3D printer or something that you're carrying around with you. It's like 3D printing the movie as you watch it.
It's insane.
The thing I don't like about IMAX, and it has the potential to be amazing, and why Dolby Atmos I feel like is better, because Dolby Atmos goes for like the true black. And I haven't seen it in a theater. I got a demo of it in LA, but where they do like, this is what you normally see on a projector. Now this is actual black.
Oh, you haven't seen that in a theater?
I have when I like hooked up with Dolby people and they brought me to like a demo theater and I finally saw it last year. And I was like...
That's like the best. I've like stumbled into theaters like that by accident and then it's like, this is black. And I'm like, oh, you're about to show me true black. It's
because that's awesome. Like the holy grail. Because like OLED is like actually black because it turns off the diodes. But then projectors can't do that. Projectors have to be luminance all the time. So what Dolby do is have two projectors. One's for white and contrast and luminance. And then the other one is for black levels. And they like combine them together to make like true black. But then they have like the ceiling speakers and their sound is like 3D audio. And it's much better, but IMAX is like, sure, if you shoot on film and you're actually using the whole screen and an IMAX camera, that's legit. But their sound system sucks.
Bigger doesn't always mean better. And you've always said this for the longest time, that you're like, loud doesn't mean good.
Yeah, and IMAX is so loud. And it's like, I know that that's what people want in a cinema. They want to be like blasted by it, but their subwoofers are actually dialed not wrong, but they're like upped to like give you that effect as a gimmick. Yeah. And then they don't have any ceiling speakers. It's only like a couple of speakers on the wall for some of them. I'm sure like some IMAX theaters are getting better because there's IMAX enhanced now. And I think they're upgrading their audio because Dolby Atmos audio is so good. But it's like, when I was watching like the Batman or Dune and like she does the voice in Dune and I was like, in IMAX that felt like getting punched in the chest. And then it does kind of like take away from it elsewhere. But I'm like, that's not the actual like dialed in reference level of everything being balanced. That's just like bass boosted. And apparently people in the theaters, I've heard that people who work there, if they turn down the subwoofers to balance everything out, IMAX can detect it at their headquarters and remotely up the subwoofers again.
Really?
To be like, you're not allowed to do that. That's IMAX sound. Don't fuck with it. And I don't know if that's true or not.
Know that.
I want to know if anybody at home like knows the ins and outs of it. But for the longest time, I was like, it's just loud. I can't fucking hear anything.
Yeah. How many speakers you got down there?
Okay. I've been reluctant to like. Part of me wants to show this off in a video because it was like a dream of mine to have a home theater, and then I finally built one for a lot of money. But I'm like, I don't want it to come across as like pretentious or show off or have people be like you're flaunting your wealth or anything like that.
I think that from just like the shit that you just said, people won't do that because it's obvious that you're like very passionate about it because you know a lot about it.
Sound is like the thing that I love the most about going to the cinema, and fucking British cinemas suck. The sound is terrible. Every time we go to like a generic one in America, I'm like, this is like, it sounds like a theater. Like subwoofers are kicking. There's sound actually going around you. In England, it doesn't do that because they fucking suck. They're all ancient. But I have the screen, and then I have 3 behind that with 2 subwoofers. Then there's 2 front wides, 2 rear wides, and 2 back surrounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 around, and 4 on the ceiling. So it's 13 speakers around, and then 4 subwoofers.
What's the ratio then?
It's like technically the LFE channel is still like the base is still 1 because it all gets shared. But if you were to like get weird with it, it would be like 13.2 point something.
Yeah.
13? No, it would be 9.2.4 or something like that.
Mine is 3 speakers in the front, and then there's 2 on the sides, more in the front, 2 in the sides, a little bit in the back, and then 2 more in the back.
Yeah.
And then just 1 sub.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because I'm like, oh, it's my dream room. It's perfect. And then it was like the ceiling was too low. And I'm like, fuck. So we had to like cut out like some of the floor to get the right height with the speakers. But I
like the sunken in thing.
I do
it's
too.
Cool.
But when it comes to like separating the sides from the ceiling, it doesn't really do the best job that it could. So it's like when stuff goes by you, it kind of blends together. Whereas in like an actual Atmos theater, the distance between the sides and the ceiling is so huge that it really feels like it's like up and over you, and you get to hear it like all around you, which I think is cool. But I like Dolby Atmos more. Maybe call me a Dolby fanboy, but
when you're here
like
next, we'll have to go see something in Dolby.
I know. I've always wanted to. And every time I went, I'm like, okay, now I have the time to go. I'm in a place that has like a really decent Dolby theater. And then it's always like Elemental was playing when I was in LA. And I'm like, I'm going to see that. Like, put Spider-Verse back in.
Should we answer some questions? Hi, Sean and Ethan. My name is Amber. I'm an early childhood teacher, which means I teach 0 to 5-year-olds how to function like basic humans. I've been asked to make a wall display to show the parents what we've been doing in preschool or to celebrate a particular type of learning the children have been doing. What should I do for the wall display? Stay leaky, Amber.
Well, you have to do the wall display to show the parents what you've been teaching. You've been raising their kids. It's kind of fucked that you have to do the mural as well.
I agree with that. I think that you need to start putting these kids to work.
Oh, child labor.
Yeah, what's wrong with it? They got to do it later anyway.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? So here's the thing. You've been asked to show what the kids have been doing. Why don't the kids show what the kids have been doing?
Yeah.
If the parents come in and they see a mural that you made, they're going to be like, my fucking son didn't draw that.
Yeah, it's like you drew a really nice picture of my son learning ABCs. Whereas if you just put paint with the kids and let them put it on the wall, it'd be like, your kids are fucking stupid. I've tried my best. I don't get paid enough. Here's what the kids have done. All they've drawn is like imprints of their face on the wall because they ate the paint.
I love the thought of like all the parents coming in and Amber is just like, I've tried everything. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do anymore. This is what they made. I give them 3 months.
Yeah,
and this is what they did.
But Sandra, John, your kid is a fucking savant. Look at this shit over here. They are incredible. They are so good. And it's like fucking a big mural of like the Sistine Chapel.
You pull the parents aside and it's just like, I don't want to alarm you, but I wanted to let you know that Suzanne today in class made a perfect replication of the Mona Lisa. Yeah. We've had experts fly down from DC and they've confirmed it.
People haven't understood Da Vinci's work with shadows and lighting before, his sfumato, but she's understood it perfectly. We could learn a lot from her. I don't know what to tell you. I need to, Richard and Grace. I don't know what to tell you, but your son has made a perfect replication of a nuclear device. I don't know where he got the information or the tools, but he is a national security risk. We need to call the Coast Guard.
He's talking to the parents, just being like, are you going to see Barbie or Oppenheimer first? Oppenheimer first? Okay. I would suggest that you don't bring your son because he has recreated the Big Bomb. And what's the fucking bomb called? I can't even remember. Was it Big Boy?
Fat Man.
Fat Man.
He's a boss of Metal Gear Solid 2.
I think that you should actually start lying to the parents and tell them that their kid is way better than they actually are because they don't care anyway.
Tell them that the kid is so much better than they really are. Show like a perfect mural of it. Put your artistic... I mean, hire somebody on your... like probably not enough teacher salary, sorry. But hire somebody to come in and paint like a perfect mural of the kids like doing science, math, like the bonding games, like ritualistic shit. And then when the kids go home and the parents come in and they're like, my kid doesn't really do that. Are you sure they're doing that? I was like, guess your kid loves me more. I guess I bring out the best in them, huh? What do you think about that, Derek and Wilma? Yeah, not so cool anymore, are you? Bet you should have invited me to your party last week. She's taking real petty about it.
Have the parents all come in. And again, this might require additional funding, like we just said, because you got to hire a person. But they come in, an artist comes in and does portraits of all the children. Okay? And so you bring the parents in and you're like, last week we had the kids do self-portraits and all of your kids are extremely gifted in the arts. We don't know what to say. These are all beautiful. And then you pull one of them aside and you're just like, I want to show you your daughter's portrait. It's on the other side of the wall. And it's just a fucking black void.
It's like the Spot from Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It's just like her up against the wall, all contorted with like black mist coming out of her. Like the further back you get, you start seeing Satan's face in it.
Dude, fuck a mural. Do a haunted house. That shit would be so sick.
Oh, yeah. Have parent-teacher day come in and... what was that sentence?
Have parent-teacher day come in.
Have the parents come in on parent-teacher day. And like when you need to give the report, but like have the whole school kitted out like fucking Universal's haunted tour and hire actors to scare the absolute shit out of the parents.
That would be so cool.
Or just have the kids like draw a bunch of like money on the wall and be like, money please. Because let's face it, you're not getting paid enough as a teacher.
Don't have the kids draw on the wall. Have the kids in the wall.
And then all the parents come in and they're like, where are all our children? They're in the walls.
They're in the goddamn walls. Yeah, do the thing where you like paint the kids camouflaged over the mural. Oh. So it's like, what have our kids been doing? And then they just start moving and it's like,
Oh, man.
And it's like, that's what your kids have been doing. And then the outline of the kid that's been missing from the wall is so symbolic to being what the kid was. He's part of the mural.
God damn, that's good. Amber, we got you.
We saved your marriage, Amber. You're welcome.
Huh?
Hello, Brain and Leak. I'm Brain. He's Leak. Say your leaky catchphrase.
Fuck.
Oh, leak. They said, would it be better to have a disease that makes you say every thought that ever crosses your mind, or a disease that makes you react very inappropriately to all the interactions that happen to you and around you? That's ADHD. I do that anyway. Keep those asses leaking, Alex.
I feel like those are both the same thing. No? Like
a disease that makes you say every thought that has ever crossed your mind. Like every thought that's ever crossed your mind.
Ever, yeah.
Or one that makes you react inappropriately to interactions that happen around you. So it's like you're walking down the street, somebody falls over, and you go, "Ha ha, dumb bitch!" Like you can't help it. You just have to say the most inappropriate thing to someone.
I think
someone's walking down the street with their kid, and it's like, "What the fuck is wrong with your baby? They're so ugly."
But that's the same thing as the first one.
No, the first one means that you have to say everything that's ever come to your head, ever. From birth to now, you have to say all the thoughts that's ever come into your brain.
Oh God! Well, that would take an eternity because then you just keep going forever. You're dead.
Yeah, that's why the question exists.
Oh, I get it.
I think I would rather. This isn't even a bad advice. This is just a would you rather. More of those, please. That was great. I would rather react inappropriately to all the interactions.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I've probably thought some things that I don't believe, but I'm like, I don't want somebody else to know that I thought that.
Man.
Like what it would be like to put mayonnaise on a pickle and shove it in my ass.
What'd that be like? I don't know.
You know what it's like to lick it, though.
I know what it's like to lick it. Man. I know what it's like to lick my own asshole. I haven't done it, but think of a
booty hole. You know what it's like to lick that.
You know what it's like.
That little wrinkled eye down there.
Now, again, this is a texture thing. You don't necessarily know what it tastes like, but you know what it feels like on the tip of your tongue.
Taste is subjective anyway. All tongues are different. All God's tongues.
Do you think ass has a similar thing? What's the herb that people
coriander?
Say tastes like
cilantro.
Soap sometimes. Cilantro. Do you think the cilantro thing rings true with ass sometimes?
I think we need to test it.
All right. Well,
I think we need to line up 100 asses.
Oh, that's the new Mr. Beast video.
I licked 100 asses. Yes. How many diseases did I get?
Yes, it's so good. Is it subjective?
I got people ages 18 and over, and I licked all of their asses.
All of their asses.
Damn.
We're just giving Jimmy free ideas right here.
Yeah, free content. You're welcome, Jimmy Beast.
I agree. I think I would rather just react inappropriately. I mean, I kind of do that anyway. But
like I said, ADHD, you just walk down the street, you see something funny, and you have to replicate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. Sorry, it wasn't a big answer or a big reaction, but that was fun.
This one comes in from Sebastian. Howdy. I'm Sebastian, and I'm going into nursing. Any advice on how to be a good male nurse? Coming from Central Florida.
Ooh, watch lots and lots of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, well, so you said that you're coming from Central Florida. I don't know if there's anything that could prepare you for the horrors that you will encounter.
You're gonna have to aid as a nurse in so many weird things, like someone with a fucking alligator on his arm. A guy who ate his own face. A guy.
Do you remember that from years ago? There was people the zombie apocalypse is happening because somebody in Florida was on PCP and ate someone's face.
Yeah, he was just eating people.
Yeah, fucking wild.
Fucking Florida man.
Shouldn't do that. What's your Florida man, by the way? We should.
My Florida man death.
Yeah. Florida man, October 24th. So the Florida man thing is you type in your birthday and then Florida man.
Do I just type in the day? I don't type in the year?
I mean, you could, I suppose.
Nah. High on love. Florida man accused of hiding marijuana in box of Valentine's Day chocolates. That's not a death.
Oh, mine isn't a death either.
Oh.
Mine is Florida man arrested for having sex with a stuffed Olaf toy at Target.
Dude, lit.
Fucking what?
Florida Man Challenge, February 7th. Missing Florida Man says he wants to kill people.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of stuff. I don't know if anything. I'm not a religious man, but I don't know if there's anything other than prayer that can really help you in this situation.
You know how when you if you push on your eye, you can see a little dark spot, or your retina is kind of
yeah.
Sometimes you can see dark spots or blind spots, or your retinas aren't aligned perfectly with your lens, and you have what are you doing?
Are my eyes open?
Yeah.
I can't see.
Because you're pressing on them.
No, I'm blind temporarily. Oh, it looks so cool in here, though.
Yeah.
It's so all these cool shapes.
All the blind spots you have, I feel are God's Florida.
Should I not do this?
No, you shouldn't. I feel when you push in your eyes and you start seeing dark spots and blind spots, that's God looking at Florida. He does not see that state. Are you okay?
It looks like TV static.
I don't think you're supposed to press that hard.
But you press on your eyes and you go blind.
I had that on a plane. I fell asleep on it on the pillow, and I was sleeping right on my eyeball, and then I woke up, and who the fuck is there?
It's my cleaning lady. She was wondering if the box was trash.
Fucking hell! I'm telling a story right now about how I went blind on a plane. I slept on my eyeball, and then I woke up and I couldn't see things clearly for a half hour. It was all blurry.
What if you could do that with taste? Wouldn't
Your
that be kind of
mic
cool?
cut off. I didn't hear any of that.
Hello? What if you could do that with taste? If you squeeze your tongue really hard for a minute and then
taste?
you just... Yeah, that'd be kind of sick.
Right before you eat ass, it's okay, hold on. I'll be out in a minute. Okay, I'm ready to go.
It's like The Stranger. You know about The Stranger? You know about The Stranger.
You sit on your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, these are all great tips for you to become a good male nurse. I think probably WikiHow is a good place to start.
Yeah, WikiHow, Quora.
How to do surgery, WikiHow. Surgery, articles from WikiHow.
Well, if he's a male nurse, he wouldn't be doing surgery.
No, that's what they do, right? Prepare for hip replacement surgery.
How to be a nurse with pictures. Get your high school diploma or GED. Get an entry-level job in the healthcare arena. Decide if becoming an LPN/LVN is right for you. I was hoping that it would be second guess yourself, quit for a while, go traveling, decide which program best suits your needs, look into LPN programs, buy high, sell low, stocks. Consider alternate routes. And there's a picture of someone joining the army.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's WikiHow Health. Be a nurse.
That's so funny.
Apply to a nursing school. Get accepted.
I guess
Ace your clinicals. Yeah, you have a choice in that. It's I study hard and then go in, and then it's in fucking God's hands. Pass the exam and get licensed. This is a lot of ifs.
There's so many crazy articles on here.
Consider your ideal work environment as a picture of a nurse thinking about a plane. Be a nurse on a plane. Oh, anytime someone's on a plane and they're like, is there a doctor on board? Somebody's choking. You could be the resident nurse that's always on a plane. Plane nurse.
That's brilliant because you're a hero every time.
Yeah. Fuck all the other flights, though. Getting good with one airline.
Yeah, well, that's really how you do it because then you build up the points and then you'll get free accommodations and stuff.
Then you can start building up your community. You start private healthcare. You can start accruing other nurses and be okay, guys, we're all going on the Singapore flight today. Damn. John, you're going to take the early one. Sandra, you're going to take the later one. Let's fucking go. And then you start spreading out to other airlines. You'll be in demand.
It's fucked up though because at least in America, buying a plane ticket is often less expensive than going to.
What?
Learn how to fucking speak English. Yeah, you should do that. Be the hero on the plane. That'd be sick.
Yeah, plane nurse.
You will have to make sure because I feel like as a nurse, you would have to travel with a lot of things that TSA would go, no, can't have that.
Well, your slogan could just be get high while you fly. And that's how you get the morphine on board.
Oh, okay.
And then you put it in the air supply. And then everyone has a great flight and the staff love you because everyone's passed out or just fucking chilling.
What's a pilot up to?
Flying a plane. Duh.
Is the air not going?
What else is he going to do? No, he has a special mask on. Keep up.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware.
Hey, of course he does. He's got cockpit air.
Okay, great. Man,
that's why he never leaves
that cockpit air gets.
Even though I said the pilot never leaves, the co-pilot, they're always up there. They're up to something.
Ladies and gentlemen. And that's how you become a nurse.
Yep. Next question from Matt Geo. They say, I'm a middle school science teacher, another teacher. How do I get the students to give a shit? Sincerely yours in life, death, and corn diddling.
Huh? What's the last one?
Is that slang for something?
I don't know what that means.
Are you diddling the corn? Is the corn diddling you?
Listen, what's the name?
Matt Geo.
Listen, Matt. 5th grade, that's 11. 10 and 11-year-olds.
Thank you for doing the math, because I don't know.
Oh man, how sentient are those kids?
How old are they? I already forgot what you said.
It's 10 to 11.
They're awake. They're on. They've left.
They're awake, like Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, they've left the Matrix. They're in Zion. They've been red pilled.
Man, that's tough because you're getting to the age where kids like. So that's a good spot because they still have their imaginations. They're not too cool to imagine.
Yeah,
but they're getting to the point where they start to not give a shit, and they're getting very close to the point where they know that they are alive and have free will and also have very little repercussions for things other than getting grounded, you know? Aside from like murder, like teenagers can kind of get away with a lot and just get a slap on the wrist.
But you also said you're a middle school science teacher. So you start busting out the fucking big shit.
Yeah, hold on. This is easy mode. If you're teaching like social studies or you're teaching math or something, that's a little bit harder.
Pack it in.
But science, all you gotta do is do some cool ass experiments. Make a thing turn from red to blue. That's all you gotta do.
No, that's simple. That's good advice. I want you to start blowing up parts of the school. I want to see you have the kids, like, as people walk by that classroom, it's just a cloud and, like, flashing colors in that cloud with, like, popping sounds.
Oh, man. So they said specifically pay attention, right?
To give a shit.
To give a shit. Okay. What better way to give a shit than your life being on the line? The lesson, you don't warn them about this, okay? The lesson before, the previous day, you talk about different chemicals and how they react. They're all like, no, whatever. The next day, you bring in those chemicals and you say, one of these chemicals will make a normal, cool, foamy reaction. The other 4 will cause an explosion that will level the entire city. If you were paying attention, you will know which is the right chemical.
And then you just leave and lock the door. And say, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you make it like a saw machine.
Yeah. And then the roof is like closing down on them slowly.
Yeah. So they can't just sit there and do nothing. They have to put the chemicals in.
Yeah. Start doing that. Start bringing in like a tiger. Being like, this is part of science. You got to learn how tigers work. And just start bringing it by them, like by the classroom, like through the kids.
That's so sick, actually, because science in 5th grade is kind of like all encompassing, you know? Once you get into the higher level, it's like, okay, science, now we're into like biology and blah, 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 blah. There's different subsets of science. But in 5th grade, you can kind of make the science lesson whatever you want because you're just
bring in
learning
a
about the
fucking
world.
apple and be like, we're going to do some science.
Yeah.
Bring in a fucking mountain lion.
Teach them about the scientific method. It's like
It's the same thing. Just teach them something about the animal the day before, and then the next day just bring in a tiger. And same thing. Lock the door from the outside. Be like, good luck. You should know how to satiate a lion.
Yeah. Do you run? Do you flee? Or do you curl up in a ball? There's only one right answer.
Okay. If it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's a tiger, oh, fuck, I'm dead.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
That's the thing with polar bears. If it's a polar bear, it's like, you're fucked. Don't try.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's a polar bear, you're fucked. Because they will destroy you.
I'm horrified of bears. I'm horrified of bears.
As you should be.
Yeah, they're big. They're big and massive. Crazy.
They weigh more than an Oppenheimer IMAX reel.
Man, they do.
And that's 600 pounds.
Yeah, and which was crazy because and there's a scene in Oppenheimer where they put a bear next to the bomb and the bomb goes off and it can't kill the bear. It's fucking nuts.
It just turns a brown bear into a black bear because he's all scorched.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then a gorilla shows up and starts fighting him, and then Joe Rogan's in one of the nuclear houses commentating over it. I don't think nuclear energy can kill Joe Rogan either. The dude injected himself with horse shit. Not actual horse shit, but like horse medicine. He's like the guy from Grand Theft Auto where it's like trying to sell you like bull semen to make you better. So you have to like gargle that every morning. It's like, sounds like a good idea.
There's so much stuff that's going around that has not been tested. Oh my God, it hasn't been tested.
Myth bust with the kids.
Yes, you see, does the fucking brain pill work? These are the perfect people to try.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is great.
Who would win, gorilla or a brown bear? A grizzly bear. Put them in the room with the kids. Let them find out.
Mm-hmm. And then put one of the kids on the Joe Rogan brain pills and see if the kid will fight back. Stronger than ever.
Have one kid just eat liver raw.
Yes. It's perfect. Make every day in the classroom like a weird Mr. Beast video. It's perfect.
They'll be happy to see their family at the end of each day. It'll be like Saw, where it's like, now you value your life even more.
Yeah.
Go live the best life possible. But come back tomorrow and do it all again.
Yeah. I mean,
whoever breaks first, they're out of school.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah. So that's how you do it. Just throw bears and bombs into the room. Preferably together. Bear strapped to a bomb.
Bears, bombs.
And then say, kids, you have 5 minutes. I taught you how to defuse a bomb yesterday. That's science.
Hope you remember. That's science.
Yeah.
My hypothesis is you're going to fucking die. Then you close the door.
I'm sorry if any of you are colorblind and I've told you to cut the red wire. That's my bad. But the other kids will help.
But maybe they'll be good at it because of Mogus.
That's true.
Yes. Well, another leak has leaked in the sink of the leak.
Another leak has lunk.
That's right. I forgot how grammar works. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
So sorry, everyone.
it's because he's leak.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out someday.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching, listening, tasting, smelling. If you have advice that you need, you can email questions@brainleakpod.com.
Send us something. Send us something fun, something quirky, something cool. Don't send us like real shit. Like, how do I tell my parents that I drove over a dog one time? That's just sad. We don't want to hear that.
Don't tell them that. Keep that to yourself.
Keep to yourself. Bottle it up. Bring it with you.
Yes.
Give us some fun shit.
But yeah, if you want to
Check out us on all of the other platforms. we've got YouTube, we've got Spotify. I don't know where people listen the most, but again, go to the YouTube channel because soon there will be some fun little standalone videos that are not podcast, but will be going up on the Brain Leak channel. So check those out.
Yeah,
when
go
they
subscribe
arrive.
and follow everywhere. Even if you've already subscribed on YouTube, go somewhere else and follow it. Do it everywhere.
Yeah,
Gotta get
do it
those numbers
everywhere.
up.
Everywhere, every day to give us artificial growth. Unfollow and follow every day.
I don't know if that would work.
No,
You might actually kill our careers.
That's true. Don't do that. Tell your friend about this. Oh.
Anyway, bye. Stay leaky.
Bye, leak time. Drip, drip.